Hi, today I will show you how to use the new date picker slicer. This slicer was released by Power BI in June 2026. It's still in preview, but you might find it in your reports. That's really different from anything that Power BI released before. So a lot of developers might want to use it in production reports, even if it's in preview still in Power BI. So what do you see? Usually this depends on how your developer published the report. In most cases, it will be probably published with some preset relative date. For example, here in this report, it was set up as this month. You can see that this month is June, and you see the data only for June. If we go here, so how to change it? We can clear selection and we won't have anything. Or if we want to go back, as usual, we reset the filters and it will reset it with the custom filters that the developer created. If we want to change the date range, we can either use this slider. If they actually kept it, this slider can be removed from the visual, so you might not have it. But this slider is really useful if you want a really big range of dates. Because if we go to manual and we want to choose the dates, you need to choose first and last date and click apply. This is really useful when you have a shorter dates. You need to choose first date first. You can't go back. So the first date from which you want your data to be, it should be chosen first. And then you go to the last date of your chosen period. You can choose the dates from different even years. You can choose the year. For example, let's go back again and show you again how you do it. You click on the date, and here we have years. If we want to go a few years back, it's easier to do it this way. So for example, we want to start from 2024. So you go to 2024, you go to January 1st, 2024. Then you want to go to 2026. You go to 2026. Now is June. For example, you want to keep it till the current date. So today is 15 for me. So I choose the end date and click apply. And you can see that the selected period is from January 2024 till today's date, 15th of June. Otherwise, you can change it again. If you want just a few months, you can choose it like this. You can go from April 1st and again at June 15th. Or you can end at any date, so it doesn't matter. You can manually choose any. The only thing to remember is this previous next months are really useful, and also that you can go here and choose previous next years as well. So you don't need to scroll through the months to start from, for example, May 2023 till May 2026. For example, if you want the last full month, you can do it like this, last 3 years of till the end of the last full month. And this is the manual. Choosing the manual date range. Also, this date picker slicer have another option. You can choose relative date. And relative date is what you can choose, and it will update all the time when the data is updated. So manual will stay all the time the same. So if you chose this period and, for example, created a personalized bookmark for yourself May, like till so 2023 May and May 2026, you can save it and it will always stay the same. So manual date range will stay the same, but relative date will always change depending on the date now. So this month from today is June, but when we will go to July, it will change to this month will be July, and you will see July data. And if you save again bookmark, you can bookmark as this month, and you will always have bookmark for this month with this data, with data picker. And if you want, for example, this year, you can, again, date is in this year from today. Now you can see what it is. So it shows you here what you've chosen this year. And here it shows you what dates this is. From January till December. This shows December 6th because probably it's the last date I have in this data set. But if we add new data, it will add all the December. So it's always this year. So you can add bookmark for yourself this year. And when it will be 2027, it will automatically, even opening this bookmark with this year, will open you the year of where you are at the moment. So this is relative date. It always shows you what you've chosen that is currently. So this week is the same. It shows this week for what we have right now. It doesn't have quarters. It have only day, week, month, and year. For this, you can't choose the period, but if you want to choose last, for example, as we showed last full months, so it's last 1 month from today is okay in the last month. Again, you can create your own bookmarks and you don't need to choose it all the time. If you have some filter that you use often, but here you can choose not only 1 month, you can choose last 6 months is like last half a year, for example. Last 6 months apply, and we can see what it is last 6 months. And this is relative, but if you start to selecting this slider, it moves from relative to manual. So be careful when you change something with the slider, even if you just accidentally touch it and move it a bit. This will change your slicer from relative to manual. And in relative, let's move on. So we have last, we have this, we have next, which is the same next month, next weeks, next years. Calendar means if you have separate calendar, so you might have next. So it's this week is the week from beginning till the end of the week. And this next week, calendar week, means another week. So these weeks, not this, let's go to last, because I don't have a lot of data with the weeks, with the future. So in the last week, it's a relative within the last week. And week's calendar, 1 week calendar is different because it's in the last calendar week, not the last week from today. So be careful when you choose week. You can see that it's starting on, ending on today. And if we choose calendar weeks, it's ending on Saturday. So this uses US weeks. So it starts, USA weeks starts from Sunday and ends on Saturday. That's why you can see that calendar week is different. Again, with last month is the same. When we choose last month, just month, it's with last month starting from today. And if we want last calendar month, then it will choose full May month. Now it's June. We choose last calendar month. It will be last full month. The same with year. So current, the last year from today, or the last year, calendar year. So this is what you can choose for the years. This last, next. Let's go to the next option. So here we can choose from. So from can be today or from the first date in your calendar. So if we go to days, last day from first, like next day, from first date. So the first date in our calendar. So the first date is what we have in our calendar. So first 4 days, for example, will be first 4 days in our calendar of, or what we have in our date in the data. In the next 4 days from the first date. So first date is the date that I have the first in the data set. So last date, we can't use next because there wouldn't be anything. So if we go to the last date and look at 4 days or last days from the last date, we will see that the last date in my data set is the 6th of December, which we saw when we tried to show the full year. And so it took 4 days previous the last day of your dates that you have. This might be useful, for example, for shipments or similar when you want to see what is our last shipments that are already in the data set, and like for the last months, 1 month from the last date, what we have. so we can see the last months of the shipments, for example, or anything else. But remember, first date is the first date that you have in this column, and we will see the first month or first year or whatever you will choose here. And last date is the last date that you have in this data. Now we will move to offset by months. So let's go back to today, which will be probably more common. And let's see last months from today again to see what it does. So it does looking at the last month, not calendar months, but from today. From today, the last month. If we offset by 1, what does it mean? It means that it's offset in the future. So we are not looking at the from now back, we're looking from now forward, but we can offset the other way around as well. So if we want to look at last month from today and offset by -1, it means that we will look at the months previous. So in the last month, offset by 1 month means that we are not looking from 16th of June, we are looking from till 15th of May. It might make a bit more sense with calendar months. So in the last calendar month, offset by 1 calendar month. The a bit annoying part about this messages, they might be really long, and then your slider is out of the visual, or if you don't have slider, it might be a bit out of your visual. But in any case, this will show you what you are actually looking at in the last calendar month, offset by 1 calendar month. So we're looking at April instead of May. So if we remove this offset, last calendar month is May. Offset gives you ability to see the previous months, or what you can have set by any number, so like 4 months before. And this will show you what you're actually choosing. That's let's run down really fast on what we are doing. We have manual, where you manually pick the dates, what you want to see, like date range. And this is how the icon shows you when you manually chosen the dates. And if you go to relative date and go choose how many months, so last calendar months. In the last calendar months, you can see when you have relative dates, it shows you this this icon, and it means that this calendar months chosen period will change. So it shows you that it's relative date. Manual date, oh, you need to click apply. Manual date, this icon. Relative date, this icon. And you always, as usual, can go back and reset filters to what the developer of this report initially set up. And again, you can go to what you've chosen. You can go back to your bookmarks, and this month will always be this month even you can see that is relative, then this will update. Relative, this will update. And this means that it's just will always be this particular period. Thank you.